children. And we're seeing a lot of multi-generational households. So we're seeing grandparents really take a much more active role in their grandchildren's lives than before, perhaps. And, you know, whether that's because they're their sole guardians or they're the ones sending them off to school in the morning and hearing about their homework or their bullying or whatever. And one other thing, I should really update this presentation, but one other thing I want to mention about grandparents too is that when I think about my grandparents, I think about two Holocaust survivors who were in their 90s when they passed away, and who would have been just absolutely astounded at a smartphone. They were, you know, they loved listening to the radio, and that to them was like technological advancement. And I couldn't imagine them standing out at a rally or, you know, like using social media to gather their friends. But the grandparents that we see now are 100% different. You know, my mom is more active on Facebook than I am. And, you know, my mom sends me news articles all the time, and she wants to be involved. So we're seeing a different, you know, kind of grandparent now as well. Okay, so what do we do at Grandparents for Truth? Well, of course, we're a voice for anti-censorship and book banning. So one of the things that we like to do is speak up at school board members. We wear our Grandparents for Truth shirts, and we fight back against school board rules and proposed laws that contribute to school censorship and book banning. We organize in our communities. So we take our friends in our cohorts and make sure that they have a place to go when they feel powerless. We contact our lawmakers. AB 1078, as Sina mentioned, was some, you know, huge effort that couldn't have succeeded without people really reaching out to their lawmakers and making sure that they know that's something that we care about. And we create and join a national community. We do that with online and in-person events. So we make sure that everybody feels connected. What actions have we taken? So two that I want to highlight. Back in June of last year, we kicked off Grandparents for Truth with a protest in Philadelphia. It was right outside Moms for Liberty's annual conference. And it's funny because I'm actually originally from Philadelphia, and I couldn't think of a worse place to have their first conference, because Philadelphia does not put up with people's BS. They have no place for hate in Philadelphia, and it was actually a great turnout and a great way to show Moms for Liberty that they weren't welcome. We got a lot of people signed up. And then we heard shortly thereafter about what was going on in Temecula. And we contacted the folks on the ground there very quickly, and they said, yes, please come help. We helped them organize a rally that kicked off the signature campaign for the recall effort against School Board President Komrosky. And as Sina mentioned, that was successful, and we will see a recall election for Komrosky. And I've heard from the press enterprise that it's going to happen in May 28th. So that's very exciting. And hopefully with the, you know, with the resignation of Danny Gonzalez, that we'll see a positive outcome and a change in the school board there. So very exciting. I'll also mention some upcoming events. So one of them is actually happening in 15 days in Florida. We thought, let's take this show on the road to a place that really needs us. And we're going to host a Black History Month teach-in in Florida. So in Orlando, in the Eatonville neighborhood, which is a historically Black neighborhood, we will bring together stakeholders of all across the spectrum and ask them to speak about Black history in Florida and attempts to attack the teaching of Black history and just attempts to attack education in Florida in general. So that should be exciting. If you want more information, I can definitely send that over. And then we also issue statements and calls to action, petitions. So two recent petitions that we've put together. One of them was against the College Board when they decided to change the AP curriculum for the African American Studies course. They actually ended up, as some folks might know, changing course, so to speak, and you know, hearing the petitions, one of which was ours, and saying, okay, you're right, we shouldn't change this, back to how it was. And then the other one was more recent. Scholastic, which is a large public school publisher, decided that they were going to segregate books about and by LGBTQ and Black individuals at their school book fairs, which are famous. Everyone knows about them. And after petitions, including ours, they also not only changed course but apologized for their original intent. So we've seen successes, which is really exciting. And then the most exciting part, in my opinion, is what's coming up not directly, but shortly after our February teach-in event. We're going to start establishing local clubs. So similar to AAUW, I would assume individuals will have the opportunity to start a club with their own friends, their cohorts, and kind of, since they know what's best for their local group, they can say, hey, Alana, we are seeing book banners come to our school board meeting. How do we help? Well, we send you swag, so you have matching t-shirts and signs. We send you trainings, resources on how to fight back at school boards, and then one-on-one guidance as well. So some groups, we've already had like a lot of demand, and this actually was born out of so much demand that we couldn't keep up. And so because of our success in Temecula, everybody said, oh, come here, come help us here. And we said, we will help you help yourselves. And so we're going to do that. And then so some groups who are interested say, well, we only want to do pro-social events. We only want to do, so what can we do that we're not fighting back, but rather we're fighting for? And so that one-on-one guidance, I think, is really important, and it's personalized. And then lastly, how can you get involved? Well, there's many ways. You can sign up, first of all, and it's free to sign up. So it's just pfaw.org, and I can put all these links in the chat as well, / Grandparents for Truth. We have swag at our shop, so you can get a t-shirt, and that's pretty cheap, so you can donate that way. Banned Books Week every year, as Adrienne mentioned. There is a Banned Books Week that event that we hold as well. It's a Banned Books reading challenge. So you read as many books as you can, you get banned books as you can, and you get free swag for that, kind of based on how many books you read. So a t-shirt or a pin or a bookmark and that kind of thing. You can start your own local group, which I mentioned. Tell everyone you know, and then keep in contact with me. The best part of my job is, I am not like joking around or lying about this, but the best part of my job is getting emails from grandparents. I hate getting emails from other organizations compared to like hearing from grandparents. I went to this Moms for Liberty event last night and I drank, a fifth of vodka after because it was just so bad. But let me tell you what they said. So how to get involved or how to stay in touch. I will put all of these links in the chat, and I'm trying to keep within time. So I'll shut up now and stop sharing my screen and put these links in. Thank you.
We want to thank you so much for joining us, Alana, and particularly the sacrifice of a Saturday morning, the time zones, all of that. You've already got a member, Jackie Trishman, one of our members, joined during the discussion. So there's the second with me, Grandparents for Truth. So we've got the beginnings. Okay, Edith Fine is on the site also. So hopefully we're forming a group, Alana, here, just, as you are speaking. So we will stay in touch because I think, getting groups to organize, giving them the support and the help will be wonderful for us, and is certainly part of our mission. As AAUW, we are opening up and becoming much more activist in the DEI area. We want to thank all of our speakers. You are all our heroes, local and otherwise. And we thank you so much for your activism, for caring about all people in our country, and for informing us as to practical solutions we can take to this problem of censorship and book banning. Thank you very much. Linda, our president, do you have any final remarks you'd like to make?
I do. And first, I just want to say, all three of our speakers, you are awesome. And I really appreciate your being here with us. In addition, I just want to mention the next couple of events that the branch is having. On March 16th, we have a joint tea with Carlsbad Oceanside Vista, which should be great fun. A musical tea and fashion show. Both branches will be offering silent auction items, and our silent auction items for Mar-Leucadia will go to support our college scholarship fund. And just so you know, space is limited, so go in now and get the information and make your reservation. You can just send your check in by mail. And then on April 13th, we have an all-branch book discussion on Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, which is a thought-provoking book worthy of serious discussion. So with that, I just want to thank everybody for coming, and I want to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. So take care, everybody.
Interesting. That was a quick move down to 5 people now.
Yeah, that certainly was.
Just a minute ago it was 10 and now it's 5.
Yeah, I just decided I would leave it on rather than just clicking to turn it off, because I thought just in case anybody wanted to discuss anything afterwards.
Well, that was fantastic.
Wasn't that wonderful? Oh my
I
gosh.
thought and thought about what grandparents could do, and here it is.
Isn't that terrific?
Yeah, because I didn't want to start it myself because I'm not media savvy enough to do that. And here